Hey, what's going on, folks? It is Mitch here, and I am back with a daily video. Before we get into the video today, as I always say, thank you to each and every one of you who supports the channel by hitting the subscribe button, by liking the videos, by leaving comments in the videos. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. So once again, thank you guys for all the support you guys showed the channel. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. Have you ever wondered why you are buying something? Like when you go to buy, let's say like a t-shirt or sweatpants or, you know, a TV, and when you really think about what you are buying, are you buying it for yourself, or are you buying it to be able to show to other people? Like, when I buy my clothes, for example, I try to get the best deals as possible with the brands that I personally like. It doesn't matter to me what the price tag is. It doesn't matter what the brands are when I'm wearing the clothes that I'm wearing. Like, there are people that buy only a certain type of brand because it makes them look a certain way in someone else's eyes. And I think a lot of this consumerism is getting more involved in today's world. We're becoming more materialistic. We are becoming more ego-driven with, you know, the items that we possess. Like, if you don't have a certain brand of clothing, or, you know, if your TV isn't a certain size, or if you don't drive a newer model vehicle, you know, to some people's eyes, you're just not worth anything. You know, maybe people would consider you lazy, or they consider you, you know, a loser, or, you know, it's all ego driven. So when I purchase items, I just really think to myself, like, is this an item that I genuinely want? Is this something that is going to bring me value? Is this something that I really, you know, need? You know, you have your necessities, I get it, you have your food, you know, everything like that that you need to survive, but I'm just talking like leisure items. Like, you know, I'm a gamer, and I have an Xbox, I have a PC, I have a Nintendo Switch, and recently I just bought the ASUS ROG Ally, which is like a handheld gaming device through Microsoft. And I got it for a good deal. It was during Black Friday, so I got about $150 off. But it took me a while to purchase that handheld device because I wasn't sure how much I would be using that handheld device. And I play it from time to time. It is a great device if you're looking into buying it. But, you know, I didn't buy it when it first got released. I kind of waited until the price dropped because I just didn't know how much I was going to use it. Like, there are people that buy items just to buy them because they are new. I mean, you see it with Apple all the time. Basically every year a new iPhone comes out, and then they give you an incentive to, you know, trade in your old iPhones for your new iPhone. And it's like, if you don't have the newest iPhone, you know, you're kind of out of that wave or that trend of having some new items. Like the iPhone I have now is an iPhone 12, so it's many generations behind, but it does just fine. You know, the house that I purchased, my wife and I, it's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, and it works perfect for us. You know, we're living within our means, so that is always something that I take seriously, is just living within my means, because, you know, it's a really good way to save money, and it's just a simple life with it. But, you know, we don't live in a house that, you know, our mortgage is basically everything that we bring in, and we're basically house broke. Like, you hear the stories all the time that, you know, people go house broke. Like, they get this giant house, but, you know, they're in so much debt they can't afford certain things, and it's just sad to see. And it's like, what drove those people to buy such a large house? So that, you know, they can tell their coworkers, their friends, their family that, they live in this certain development when, maybe not everything's good. It's just like, it's almost like this facade that these materialistic items put in our life. It's like, if you're walking around in, high-end clothes, everybody thinks you got your stuff together, but that person could be $20,000 in credit card debt and miserable with their life. And it's just like, these companies make so much money that they really don't care about the consumers, and it's sad to see that. And I hate to say that, because I do enjoy a lot of these products that these companies put out, but it's like, we have to become smart with what we are consuming. You can't just fall victim to the consumer traps that these companies are putting out. I mean, just looking at like an example is like gaming laptops. There's so much competition in these gaming laptops that these companies put out to the specs and the levels of these gaming laptops that it's like, it's just crazy. Like, you can spend a couple extra $100 for a slightly better graphics card or a processing card or a CPU just to get like 10 more frames in the game. You see it with, in the automobile industry, all the different classes to a certain vehicle type. You have your base model, and then you have like, a little above base model, a little above that, and then you have like the deluxe package. And it's like, at the end of the day, it's basically the same car, but this one maybe doesn't have third row seats, or maybe this one doesn't have third row heated seats and cup holders. And it's like, you spend an extra $6,000 to get heated seats in your third row, but you're driving around and that car payment's going to be $800. Like, I would never pay $800 for a car payment. Even if I'm a millionaire, I would never spend $800 on a car payment. I mean, just, that's absolutely insane. My perspective with it, people are doing it and they're making just an average salary, and if it works for them, it works for them. But like, when I was recently at the mall, Christmas shopping, I was just looking around at all these different companies, and basically, if it's a clothing company, they're all selling t-shirts, they're all selling sweatshirts, they're all selling shoes. And it's like, you can go to Foot Locker and get the Nike shoes that are $150, or you can go to like Rack Room shoes or like a Payless shoes and buy basically the identical pair of Nikes for, let's say $85 or $90. And it's like, it's just crazy, because if you were to buy those $85 or $90 Nikes, in some people's eyes, they would see those as kind of like the knockoff ones, which it shouldn't matter at all if they are the authentic or the knockoff ones. Like, the shoes I wear are just Van shoes that cost about, $55, with some tax with it. And I've always wear them. They're comfortable for me. And it's just like, there's so much ego behind it that it's like, if you aren't keeping up with like the consumer trend, if you don't have these certain items, then people just look at you strange. I mean, I love the stories of, very successful people that don't look super successful. I just love it because they're so grounded, they're so humble. They know that, they've created this wealth and, their savings of money in a way that, it didn't change them. You see a lot of people that they get changed when they get money. They start acting a certain way when they get a new material item, and if you didn't know, buying something isn't going to heal some of the emotional baggage or trauma or things that, some people are trying to work through. They think if they drive this car, if they live in this area, if they wear these clothes, these shoes, have this phone, and, it's going to make them happy, but we all know that, material items aren't going to bring you that actual internal happiness. Everything comes from inside, and it's like everything that you can buy is just something that you can buy. And I see it when I'm driving home through the neighborhood. I was, be just kind of like observing around, and I see, some people have their garage doors open, and they just have boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff. And it's just like, are they even using that stuff? Like, when they went out to purchase that stuff, what was the reason they bought this stuff? Like, when you look at something, like I was saying earlier in the video, like, what is the true intention of you purchasing this item? Like, I personally could care less what people think about, the car I drive, the clothes I wear, like I said, where I live, or anything that kind of involves how I look or anything like that. I could really care less, because I know that I am living my best life, and I can truly say that with confidence, because I've worked on myself many years since I've kind of had an awakening to the whole working on yourself and becoming the best version of yourself and keeping up with your health and fitness and eating proper foods. And it's just like, you see all the advertising out there, even for like restaurants and fast food places, all these advertising campaigns that they put out there to draw you in, so you spend your money on some food that's just really terrible for you in the long run. Like, I just saw something online that Taco Bell is bringing chicken nuggets to their menu, and they had like this picture with 4 or 6 chicken nuggets and french fries. Like, since when did Taco Bell do chicken nuggets? Like, I would never buy them, but it just, anything to draw people in. So I would say save your money, consume things at a rate that is healthy for you. A lot of people fall into this overconsumption trap, that they just have to just keep on spending money and buying things and buying things and buying things, and then maybe once or twice a year they'll go ahead and they'll clear out their closet and hopefully donate their clothes to like a charity or like a Goodwill or like a Salvation Army or like a Dropbox type of thing. But you know how much money that is that those clothes cost. So it's like, when you clean out your closet, for sake, like, have you ever noticed how much you are actually cleaning out? Like, how much money that you've spent on those items? It's like, you could have saved that money, you could have invested that money elsewhere, looking at it. So it's just like, most of these items we probably don't use in a day. I know I have stuff at my house that I don't use every single day, and that's just part of it. Like, there are going to be things that you use more than other things, but like, if you're making big purchases, just see if you're really going to use it. Like, what is the reason behind you purchasing this? Why are you buying those expensive shoes? Why are you buying these items? And it's just kind of crazy to me that society has become so involved in like a status quo of what these material items truly mean. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to get morbid here, but like, at the end of the day, we can't take anything with us besides just the clothes that we were buried in, or some people may get cremated, so then you're just ashes in a urn with that. But it's like, you can't take anything, and like, people struggle out here. It's the truth. Like, there's people that are they don't know when they're going to be able to pay their rent payment. It might be late this month, or they're trying to save up for their first car, or pay off student loans, or put food on the table. Like, there is reality out here that some people don't experience, and I'm aware to that there's all different levels in life. And I think people that are at certain levels, that are kind of not super wealthy with it and just trying to make ends meet, that we have to acknowledge it. A lot of people are just kind of stuck in their their way. It's like, you know, no one means anything. You know, it's crazy. 'Cause like my job, you know, we get Christmas Day off and we work a half day on Christmas Eve. And, you know, I'm fine with the work schedule. It is what it is. But, you know, the higher ups and everything, they're taking their vacays. You know, the manufacturers that I work for, you know, they're getting giant Christmas bonuses. It's like the saying that, you know, the company makes $1 and they pay us a dime. Like, I get how it works, but it's true. Like, you know, they want us to stay open so we can keep on generating revenue while they're off enjoying their Christmas parties and stuff. And, you know, it's just like, you know, it's just what it is at that point. So it's just like, feel like we can avoid the consumer trap if you're kind of aware to this type of perspectives. This video will give you some insight, it will give you some value, give you maybe a little knowledge. But like I was saying before, when I go to the mall and I just look at it, like I can basically walk in a store, and I've always been like this. I can walk in a store, and if something doesn't grab me immediately, I just walk out of the store. Like, there's some people that just spend so much time in the store, and whether they're smart shopping, if they are, then that's awesome. But like, I'm a quick shopper. It's in and out. If I don't see something, then I'm out, we're gone. And it's just like, you know, I like to just live a simple life with it. But I see people with all the bells and whistles, and I just wonder, like, are they really in debt? Did they hit the lotto? You know, some people have really good paying jobs, and, you know, amen to them, and that's awesome. But like, the average person is what I'm trying to talk about. I'm not talking about like the high 1% or anything of that sense. It's like stuff like that. Like, just talking about like you and me, basically. Just an average Joe out here and living their life on planet Earth. So it's like, just be cautious, because they have professionals. There's people with careers in these companies that their job is to attract your money into their pocket. So just be aware of it. You know, if you don't find yourself consuming a lot of material items and buying things, don't feel like, you know, you're the odd man out, because I'm right there with you. So that makes two of us, you know. Just wanted to make this video about this topic. If you guys made it to the end of the video, I truly appreciate each and every one of you. Once again, thank you for all the support you guys show the channel by hitting the like button, by subscribing, by leaving comments on the videos. Just to give you guys a little update, we're getting close to 1,000 subscribers, and we are a little over 3,100 watch hours on the channel. So we're getting closer to monetizing the channel, which is absolutely awesome. I didn't think that the channel would grow this fast, but it makes my heart happy to see that these videos that I am uploading for you guys are resonating with you. So that's all I wanted to do, is just bring awareness to things that I see in life, my life experience, and just kind of how I live my life here. So I appreciate you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care.